Hey YouTubers, Time Itself here. This is a video response to Drift0r's video he posted a couple days ago titled YouTube 101 Consistency Builds Subscribers. In it, he offers some good advice to YouTubers at all levels, from just potential YouTubers to people starting their channels to channels that have started to grow a little bit more. But I would like to argue a bit of a counterpoint, play devil's advocate a bit, mostly just for the sake of discussion, and so I'm going to make some more slightly extreme arguments than I actually have an opinion of, but well, it's for the sake of discussion. As the title implies, Drift0r recommends consistency to help build subscribers. Consistency in timing of when videos are posted, how often they're posted, consistency in the type of video, and consistency in the style in which the videos are made. In general, this is pretty good advice, but it's great advice if you're someone in Drift0r's position who's a full-time YouTuber, who's been making gaming videos since 2010 at least with Modern Warfare 2, has a library of hundreds of videos he's made, has over 500,000 subs, and averages more than 3 million views a month. Drift0r is one successful YouTuber. However, with that said, who am I? Well, I've been making gaming videos since 2010 with Modern Warfare 2, I have a library of hundreds of videos, and I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I have about 8,000 subs and recently bumped my monthly views up to about 150,000. That puts me at less than a 50th as many subs as Drift0r and maybe about a 20th the monthly views. So why would you want to listen to what I have to say on this topic? I am nowhere near as successful. I'll tell you that if you only listen to successful people, you are limiting your sources of information far too much. You need to look at both success, failure, and everything in between. There are plenty of YouTubers out there who are consistent, who are consistently terrible, consistently bad, and plenty who are just consistently mediocre. While consistency might be good for building subscribers, it's great for keeping them. And so that's why I say it's great advice for someone in Drift0r's position who gets something like 250 views per new subscriber. That's actually pretty good. But a smaller channel like this one is going to get less than 100 views per new subscriber. That means that more people who watch Drift0r's videos are already subscribed to him or watch and decide not to subscribe, compared to people who watch a channel like mine that has a much smaller sub base. On a fairly impressive note, PewDiePie manages a new subscriber for every roughly 100 views on his channel, and he's already got 22 million subs. That's wow. Yeah, that's all I can say to that. I mean, you're getting into questions of potential market size at that point, but I digress. It would be a bit of a false dichotomy to say that there are channels that are based around views from their subscribers versus views from recommended, related, and search hits, but when you start a new channel, well, all of your views are going to come from those recommended, related, and search hits. I mean, except for the couple friends you managed to con into watching your videos 10 times each. If you have a low subscriber count, relying on your subscribers for views might not work out so well. It doesn't mean you don't want to convert views into subs, but where do those initial views come from? That brings us to the first topic of Drift0r's video, consistency in how often you upload and when you upload. People who aren't subscribed to you are just watching based on when they found the video. They don't care what time of day or what day of the week you uploaded that video. It's just whenever they found it. What will matter is if content in the video is outdated. What counts as outdated? Well, news tends to get outdated pretty quickly. Opinion maybe lasts a little longer. And comedy? Well, comedy tends to have a pretty long shelf life. Wait, did I just recommend trolling videos? It can become a real problem when viewers are looking at your channel for the first time and can't find very much content that they're interested in watching right at that moment. Most people won't subscribe based on just one video, unless it's really amazing. They're going to want to watch 4 or 5, and if they like those and keep watching, then they'll probably go ahead and subscribe. That's also why you want to use playlists so that people who are just checking your channel out can find the kind of content they're interested in and your best content. Good content can generate views and subs for your channel for months, even years. You're better off putting a couple more hours into that video, taking a couple more days to put it out, and making sure it's really good rather than rushing it out just to stay on schedule. When first starting out, the one thing a schedule will really help with is getting you to make content. That's key because you're probably terrible at it and need a lot of practice. It's going to take a lot of experimentation, failure, and practice to figure out what works for you, how it works, and what you actually want to do. It is a learning experience, both about video production and about yourself. And so we're on to the second and third points in Drift0r's commentary: consistency in the types of videos you make and how you present yourself. I would argue that it will take dozens, if not hundreds of videos to figure out how you want to do video production, because the ideas you start out with, they probably don't fit so well into the video format. It's just something you have to learn. What you do want to do is work towards your interests and your strengths. Constantly self-evaluate, look back at every video and ask, is that what I wanted to make? Did that turn out right? What could I have done better? You're your own best critic. For example, a technical one, normally I use my ability to record chat separately to focus on in-game callouts, but when we had a couple games that were really funny and featured a lot of laughter, I turned that into something kind of different, and it turned into a couple of my most popular videos. Now, you can't stray too far from what you've been practicing, but if you play to your strengths, your audience will probably appreciate what you've managed to make. If you don't change things up a bit, add a bit of variety, you're probably limiting your audience. For example, if you only ever made weapon reviews and that was it, if someone wasn't interested in weapon reviews, they'd probably never watch any of your content, even if they might actually like it. You gotta get some variety in there, you'll attract some more interest. Drift0r's advice really is pretty good, but I'd say it focuses more on established channels that know what they want to do, that have an audience, and really want to keep that audience, rather than people who are just starting out looking to start a YouTube channel. I mean, look at scheduling stuff. For the range of videos I make, scheduling is a nightmare. I had about 90 minutes between deciding I want to make a Ghost gun game video and actually having all the footage I needed and going on into Vegas and starting that commentary. Versus I had about 90 days between saying, hey, that last base on Zavod Rush is really terrible, I want to make a video about it, and finally deciding I had enough footage. That's just the difference in how things go between Call of Duty and Battlefield and the different topics I like to explore. Sure, I could schedule stuff, but that would mean having it done ahead of time, knowing how long it's going to take, and that takes more planning than I'm going to offer my hobby. Or it would mean making content that I viewed as easy or lazy, and that's not something I want to do. Not something I'd recommend. I'm going to go ahead and cut things off here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting, and good luck out there, fellow YouTubers.